Welcome back to the Gamekeeper's Cottage Diaries. Welcome back to Gamekeeper's Cottage. It's the last couple of days of December and I'm down here in the back garden and I'm going to start doing the preparatory work for one of next year's projects, which is putting in some garden paths. So the first area I'm going to be preparing is a 60cm wide path that will run alongside the hedge here and then down the side of the garden here along the hedge, past the arbour seat and into this corner, where it will probably end for the moment until we decide what we are going to do with this corner. The second path I'm planning on putting in will be a 90cm wide path that will start in the gap between the hedge and will then run along the side of the house here by the border to the back door, where we plan on digging out a small patio type area. This path will then eventually carry on the other side of the back of the house, although that is for a future date. And then finally I will be doing a 90cm path here from the door all the way towards the tree, which will eventually go around the back of the garden and join up with that corner, but that again is probably for a later date. So the first thing I'm going to be doing as preparation is just marking out with some string and stakes where the path will go before I start the actual digging out. So let's get back to you in a while once I've done some work. Here we are a short time later and I have marked out the first section. If you can see the orange string, I am going to do it section by section. So at the moment I'm running down here just to the end of the bed here. So the next task is going to be with an edging tool just to go around the string and dig out, and then once that is done I will get a spade and actually remove the grass. I'm not going to worry about the depth too much at the moment. I will do that nearer the time when I'm actually putting the path in. It's the next morning. I actually started pretty late yesterday, so I only actually had a couple of hours before it got dark. But in that time, I've managed to dig out this first section here. It will need a bit more work to get it a bit level and dig it out a bit more. And I've also, you probably can't see it very well, but I have sliced into the soil or turf all the way down there, just to make it easier to get the turf out. So now I'm going to crack on and carry on down towards the arbour seat. About an hour and a half later, and after a lot of strenuous back-breaking digging, we now have a path leading all the way down here and along the side to the arbour seat. The next stage will be to mark out the next area in front of the arbour seat, and then to repeat the same for that. Okay, so this is actually the next morning, New Year's Day. Welcome to 2025, and we're welcoming it in with a very windy storm coming in. But I was going to quickly show you the progress that was made yesterday. So as you can see, we now have a path that runs down here, all the way along here to the arbour seat. I've dug out the area in front of the arbour seat. And I've gone a little bit further on this side. I've also done a little bit of planning around here. It's very hard to see in the actual pictures, but I'm planning on like a semicircular extension to the gravel area in front of the arbour seat. I'm going to move the bird bath back a couple of feet into the garden. And then the flower border, I'm planning it coming around where the lump is. In the middle here, I will probably not have a defined path, but just put a couple of stepping stones to allow another way into the seating area. But all in all, good progress has been made for what has been a couple of days' work. I'm not sure how much work I'm going to get done today, because they're calling for quite a bit of rain, but I'm hoping to dig out in front of this part of the hedge to at least keep the lawn away from it and make the lawn mowing a bit easier. But you can see just how windy it is here at Gamekeeper's Cottage at the start of 2025. It's the next day, the 2nd of January, and as you can see, the weather is totally different from the high winds and the rain that we had yesterday. So after the washout yesterday where I couldn't do anything, I'm hoping today to make some more progress. So the plan for today is to start off with expanding the area in front of the arbour seat out in a semicircular manner, and then I will possibly move over and start work on the area in front of the lounge and putting the additional path in there. So let's crack on with it. Hello again. It's Saturday the 4th of January, and I've not been filming much because it has been, as you can see, rather cold here from all the frost on the ground, but progress has been made. So let's have a quick walk through and see what we've done so far. So in this area at the front of the door, you can see, and it's just starting to rain or snow or something, so I have to make this quick. You can see that I've dug out half the area and I've prepared the other bit to dig out as soon as the ground defrosts a bit. I have also taken a path round here. I hope to carry that on further today, weather permitting. And then if we walk over to the arbour seat path, you can see I actually took a trip to Homebase. They're having their closing down sale due to administration, and I got these border edgings 30% off, so I bought as many as I needed, and I'm in the process of putting them in. They're not in their final position at the moment, but I'm just positioning them to help keep all the soil in place. As you can see, they will give a nice path effect once it's done, So they go all the way down here. I also have some curved ones or loose ones that I can put around the curve area here. And then they carry on down there. And I also bought enough of them. I need to carry on under the bush. I was doing this late yesterday when it was getting dark, so I couldn't really see. But we now have them going all the way down there. And I've also got enough, even though we haven't developed this area yet, to carry them on down here, just to give the effect of one continuous border. Anyway, I'll probably come back to you later in the day once I've done some more work, if the weather improves. It's Sunday morning, 5th of January, and as you can see, we had a bit of snow overnight, but now it's mainly just grey and raining and rather wet. Today's my last day at Gamekeeper's Cottage. I'm flying back to Switzerland this afternoon, so it's going to be a day of just tidying up and doing as much as I can, but I thought I'd just finish a quick outro just to show you what we did finally get done with the garden path project over the holidays. So as you can see, we now have a border all the way along the back of the garden. Also, while I'm here sheltering, you can see the little mini pool here. I dug out the whole area in front of the back door, and also part of the way across the front of the lounge. I didn't get as much done as I'd wanted there, unfortunately. That will be a job to finish off on my next visit. And then obviously we've got the main path here. The bits of wood are in place just for a bit of marking. They do need a lot of work done, but I've got a lot of corner bits left to put in that I will twist around. As you can see, we dug out this path here. And the area in front of the arbour seat. But I'm going to go and get on now with the jobs that I have to do before I leave. First job is moving some firewood from the stables into the wood store. But I'll leave you with just some general shots of the garden until I see you next time. All that remains is for me to thank you for watching and to ask that if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and join us in the comments below to help the channel grow. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.